Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel, Spoopy Sassy. Let's get into it. Today I'm going to be showing you my art books. So I have got one more than this, but I don't actually know where it's gone right now, so I can't show you that one, which is a pain because it's actually a really good one. Don't know where it is, so I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and also one that's kind of an extra one, which isn't really an art book, but you know, it counts. So the first one I have is Chris Hart's Figure It Out Human Proportions book, which is so helpful. It shows you how to do all the different things to do with like the proportions of the face and body proportions and everything, different ages, all that jazz. So this is a really good book if you want to do drawing people, which is mainly what I do, so a lot of these are going to be about that. Sorry. But if you want to draw people and you need to learn about proportions and figure drawing, this is a really good beginner's kind of guide. So yeah, I picked this up on Amazon. I can't remember how much it was. It was about, I'm going to say £16. So yeah. The next one I got was, again by Christopher Hart, Figure It Out Drawing Essential Poses. Now this one's basically quite similar, but it's all about drawing poses, so different sort of ways people might stand, because that can actually be something that's really difficult. I know, especially like front-facing poses, because I never know what to do with like the feet and stuff. So it just shows you how like the whole body would look if someone was standing in that pose. And it gives you general tips for making up your own poses as well, which is really good. So I definitely recommend the books by Christopher Hart. They're on Amazon. They're about, I'm going to say like between £10 and £20 each. So they are kind of expensive, but they're definitely worth it. They're really good. The next book I have, which is actually really heavy, is Drawing Words and Writing Pictures. It's by Jessica Abel and Matt Madden. And it's basically all about like comic and graphic novel art and production. So like how to produce graphic novels and comics. It's kind of like a course, so I kind of think of this one like a textbook. So it goes from beginning to end and it shows you each step that you'd need to take. So you can actually create a comic, so it says definitive course from concept to comic in 15 lessons. So it's sort of like lessons that it takes you from the beginning, the concept, to a finished comic. I haven't actually finished working through this yet, but it's really good and I have dabbled into it and it's really helpful. So I'll definitely probably do a review of this once I've used it to create something like as a whole through each lesson. So yeah, I don't know how long that'll be, but the next one I have is Foundations in Comic Book Art by John Paul Lowe, and it shows you it's got some gorgeous artwork in it. It basically, so you know, like this, it's got some really good art in it, like it's quite sort of grungy and aesthetic and dark, because I'm into sort of the crime noir kind of stuff, so this is really good. And yeah, and it shows you art and explains stuff and it shows you how to draw scenes and things, so it's got like perspective and everything. I'm gonna sneeze. So it's got like perspective and everything and all the different things you need to draw like whole scenes and characters and stuff. And it's really useful. So it's another sort of drawing guide along the lines of comics, but it's not in the same kind of lessons course format as Drawing Words and Writing Pictures is. Oh, and by the way, these two are both over £20. I would just say they're about £25 each. I need to blow my nose quick. So next up is this little book that I've had since I was in school. This is the oldest one I have in this collection. And it's just called Drawing People by Colin Cackett. It's a very old book, like, I haven't got this since it came out, obviously. I probably wasn't even born when this came out. I think it came out in the 80s, but I think I borrowed it from school and forgot to ever give it back, but, oh, it's got a little thing in it. So, it's just this old book from, like, 30 years ago, but it's got some really cool tips on drawing people in it, and it's all in, like, this black and white sketchy style, and I'd say it focuses on, like, real... YouTube terms of service, don't want to show that. Okay, cover up the bottoms, but like you can see it's mainly about like realistic drawing of people rather than like the cartoony comic style, but it's really good for fundamentals of drawing people, and it's great for beginners if you're not used to drawing people, so definitely would recommend. Obviously I don't know how much it is because I stole it from school. Guilty. And the last one I have of the art books, this isn't the bonus book, the bonus book's next, but the last one I have is Bailey J's Way. The Bailey J Way. It's because it's flipped on the camera thingy that I can see, so I couldn't really read it, but the Bailey J Way, obviously it's by Bailey J the YouTuber, and it shows you, it's mainly about marker work, the colouring and stuff with markers, how she draws. It's very to her style. I don't really use it that much anymore because my art style is quite different from hers. Actually, it's not. It's kind of similar, but it's kind of different. But it's really good for if you're using markers and you know what you want to learn tips and techniques of colouring with markers. That's mainly what I use it for, so it's really good for that. And if you're a fan of her, buy it because you're supporting her, and it's a pretty good book, especially if you work with markers. The last one I have, which is the bonus one, is not really a drawing art book. It is a writing art book. So I bought this because of the graphic novel that I want to write, so I bought this to help me with that. But it's more about writing novels. I'll be writing a graphic novel if I do, not a text novel, which is more what this is about, but it still gives you really good tips on the crime genre. So it's called How to Write Crime Fiction. It's by Sarah Williams, and this was £5-ish on Amazon, so this is the cheapest one out of the group. This was £5-ish from Amazon, and it's all about writing crime fiction, about the different genres of crime fiction. It gives you exercises of how to set up your story and your characters and like the crime, because it's quite, you know, you want to make it realistic, and crime and like law is a complicated world. So I definitely recommend it's good for getting to know, like, you know, the fundamentals of crime writing, if that's what you're into, which is what I'm into. So if you want to write crime novels, be it graphic novels or regular novels, then this is good. Pick this up. It's £5 on Amazon. Sarah Williams, How to Write Crime Fiction. So that was my entire collection of art books, apart from the one that I don't have on hand because it is lost, which is the one that's lost. Is basically, it's another book about drawing people, and it's more realistic, so I'd say it's definitely the most similar to this one if it was similar to any of them. But thank you, this is the first video on this channel, and I hope to see you guys in the future for more stuff. Basically, this channel is going to be covering a variety of different topics, so I have actually got a list somewhere of the topics that I want to cover. Here it is. So, you know, just my three main stuff is going to be art, lifestyle stuff, so just fashion and food. I love food. And also weight loss stuff because I'm trying to lose weight at the moment. Book reviews, favourites, monthly tags, you know, like monthly favourites, other tags, autism related stuff because I'm on the spectrum, I have Asperger's syndrome, so I might make videos about that, and also some random YouTube drama. I don't know how much drama I'll do, but I do know one video, which will probably be the next video upload or the one after that, which is going to be heavily focused, or well, it's going to be all about one specific case related to autism of YouTube drama that has happened recently. If you can guess what that is, go for it. Not that this will probably get any views before that's gone up, but yes, thank you, and I will see you in my next video.